So anyone having any questions so far? Anyone having any questions so far? So we discussed about storage, we completed the storage, and we completed the EC2, right? Anyone having any questions so far? You can ask your questions. So before going to discuss about new concept, so which
This
is
meeting is being recorded.
yeah, IAM will discuss today. IAM, Identity and Access Management, which is a very core service, important service. So one more time, can you confirm? Am I audible? Just confirm. Online students. Yeah, fine. So IAM is very core service. Yeah. So let's try to understand what is IAM, what are the importance of IAM. So in real-time projects, always use the IAM users. So root, normally we don't use the root. So everyone, fresher to directors level, everyone use the IAM account one, right? So what is IAM? What are the advantages of IAM? What are the security layers available in the IAM? How can we create IAM user? How can we add permissions to the user? How can we control the users? How can we restrict the users, right? How can we manage the users? So these are all we discussed today. Yeah. Still, yes. Fine. What is IAM? What is IAM? So identity and access management is a web service. This is a web service that helps you to securely control access to your AWS resources. IAM is a service, web service that helps you to securely control access to AWS resources. With IAM, you can centrally manage permissions that control which AWS resources users can access. You can, yeah, use IAM to control who is authenticated, means who is signed in, and who is authorized, means who has permissions to use the resources. What does it mean? So IAM is all about user management. IAM is all about user management. Yeah. So centrally, we can manage the users, we can control the users, we can, yeah. So give the resource access, right? And who is authorized, who is authenticated. So we can check here. So what are the features? Four important features are available here. Four important features available here. So which are, first one is centralized control of AWS account. Centralized control of AWS account. Centrally, we can create, rotate, cancel each user. So we can create, rotate, cancel each user centrally. Centralized control of AWS account. So centrally, we can manage the users. We can create the users. We can cancel the users. We can control the users. We can manage permissions to the users, right? Centralized control of AWS account centrally. So for example, if any engineer is leaving from the organization, so centrally we can remove the access. No need to interact with the user. Centrally we can remove the access. Centrally we can give the permissions. Centrally we can Yeah, restore the users. Fine. Centralized control of AWS account. Second one is very, very important. So which is identity federation. Identity federation. What is federation, anyone? What is federation, anyone? Federation. Anyone having idea? What is federation? It's a federation is a alliance. Federation is a alliance. What is alliance? Relations, communications, right? Yeah. So federation, when the federation is enabled, so by using internal communicator through, we can communicate external users. We can use internal communicator through external, we can communicate external users. So for example, in our projects, normally when you join the project, when you join into the project, we use internal communicator. What is internal communicators? So within the organization, use the communicators. What are those? Anyone having idea? Real time, guys. Internal communicators. What are those? To communicate within the team, within the organization. We are using internal communicators. What are those? Real time, guys. Real time, guys. So within the organization, yeah, within the organization, within the project, yeah, we can use the internal communicators. Those are Microsoft Teams, Skype for Business, Link, right? So these are the internal communicators. So like WhatsApp, within the organization we can use. We can communicate within the organization, within the project, right? So by using that internal communicator, we can communicate external users. Normally, so internal communicators, we cannot communicate external users. By using internal communicators, so we cannot communicate external users. So within the organization only that will work. When you try to communicate external users, so firewall will block that, right? Yeah, but when the federation is enabled, we can communicate using internal communicator through external users, right? So federation is one of the security layer. Federation is one of the security layer. Within the organization, we can communicate, but when the federation is enabled, we can communicate external users also. So one of my younger brother is working with Airbus. So sometimes he will communicate through Teams, Microsoft Teams, right? So he's also DevOps engineer. Okay. So he communicate through Teams, Microsoft Teams. So normally DevOps engineers, cloud engineers, data center engineers, they are having this federation enabled. Not for all developers, testers, they will not have access to, yeah, they will not have access to this federation. So once federation is enabled, we can communicate, internal communicator through external users. So even though in real-time projects, we use the mailing system. What is the mailing system? Email system we use. Email system. What is the email system we use? Real-time, guys. Outlook. So most of the organizations, they're using Outlook to communicate, to send the emails within the organization, within the project. So we can send the emails through Outlook. So by using Outlook, we can send emails to external users outside world. So when the federation is enabled, right? So federation is very, very important feature. So federation is a alliance, relations, communication, right? Yeah. And also, I give you a few examples about federation. So I used to handle a data center. So in my previous organization, I used to handle data center. So in our data center, we used to handle different servers like HP servers, Dell servers, and Lenovo servers, IBM servers, different servers. Okay. So if any disk is failure for the server, so for example, Dell server disk failed, we used to raise a case with the Dell. We used to raise a request with the Dell. So once we raise a request with the Dell, so yeah, once we submit that request, immediately we used to get the reply from the Dell engineer. We have received your request. We started working on this request. Yeah, once the issue is resolved, we'll update to you, right? So we used to get one email immediately. So in that email, so we used to find the engineer name and we used to communicate to the engineer. So this is a very critical production server. Could you please resolve the issue as soon as possible? Like that, right? So because federation is enabled, so from our organization to Dell, we used to communicate through Teams, through email, right? And also, I used to handle Azure platform. So if any major issues happened in Azure, I used to raise the case with the Microsoft, right? So immediately, once I raise the case with the Microsoft, they used to give the response. So immediately, I take the username in that email. I used to chat with them. So yeah, this is a very critical production issue. Could you please check and resolve the issue, right? So because federation enabled. So when the federation is enabled, we can communicate using internal communicator through external users. Understand, right? So these two are very important features. Next one, next feature here is eventually consistent. Eventually consistent. Yeah. So IAM is global service. IAM is global service. So when you open the IAM service, it will show you the global. So in the regions, yeah, I'll show you that. So it will show you the global. It is a global service. For example, I created one user in Mumbai region. So that user moved to Americas region. You can access from Americas region. You can access from Europe region. You can access from Africa region, any region, right? So user will be replicated to all the data centers. Once we get the user, that will be replicated to all the data centers. So any region, from any region, any zone, we can access the resources. Clear, right, everyone? Next one, multi-factor authentication. What is authentication? Multi-factor authentication. What is multi-factor authentication? Anyone? While logging into the laptop, like AWS console, so it is asking MFA, right? Multi-factor authentication. This is also one of the security layer, right? Yeah. While logging into the AWS account, we use the MFA code. And also, so normally in real-time projects, every project team is having one account. So account is nothing but it is a subscription. Account is a so every project team, for example, you are handling 4 projects. You are handling 4 projects. Okay. Yeah. Every project team is having subscription. What is subscription? Subscription is a account. Subscription is a account. So why we require subscription? What is the importance of subscription? Which one? Okay. So subscription is a account, right? So every project team, they need one subscription. Without subscription, we should not create the resources, right? Yeah. For example, we are all having bank accounts, right? Everyone is having their own account. So why we require a separate account? We can use common account. We can use common account, one account. Is it possible? Right. Privacy, segregation, right? Security, right? Yeah. So same way, so here also, every project team is having one account, one subscription. For example, four projects we are handling. Every project team they're getting servers, they're getting storages, they're using network, they're using monitoring services. So who is using? Yeah, the which project is using which resources? How much they're paying? How much they're utilizing? You can segregate it easily, right? So and also, for example, in apartments, what will happen? So one apartment is having 20 flats, 5 floors, 20 flats, right? So everyone consuming the water in the apartment, 5 floors are there, 20 flats, each floor 4 flats. Everyone consuming the water. So in one flat, only one guy is staying. In one flat, two people are staying. So in other flat, four people are staying. So in one more flat, 12 people are staying. Everyone consuming the water. So normally every month they're getting 40,000 bill, for example, apartment bill, total water bill. So they are segregating each flat 2,000. The association team, the secretary, association team, they're segregating the bill for every flat 2,000. They are dividing. That is not correct. That is correct or not? So everyone using the water bill, everyone using the everyone consuming the water, but the water bill divided to 20 parts. Each flat 2,000. That is not correct process, right? So yeah, in our apartment that was happened 5 years back. That was happened. So by the time one guy staying is paying 2,000, 12 people are staying the flat, they're paying 2,000, right? That is not correct actually. That is why so we could find that root cause for that. We configured water meters. We configured water meters. So by the time once we configure the water meters, the people who are staying, the more people, 12 people, yeah, currently they're getting 5,000 bill or 6,000 bill. One guy who is staying one person is getting 200 bill, right? So like that, we need to segregate. So because every flat is having one meter, water meter, right? So how many units we utilize the water, that utilization will get the bill. Same way, every our nation is having one subscription. How many resources are they are using for that usage, they get the bill. That is subscription, right? So every project team is having subscription. So even though DevOps team also having one subscription, from our subscription to client subscription or project team subscription, if you want to switch from our account to others account, if you want to switch, we require multi-factor authentication. For example, in the bank, so in HDFC Bank, for example, so something transactions you use credit card or debit card, or bank transactions you used some transactions. Okay, you call customer care. You call customer care. So could you please check these transactions? When you ask, what they will do, from their account to your account, they log in with the proper authentication, which is multi-factor authentication. From their account to your account, they log in and they check your account. Okay, these are the transactions you made so previously. So this is the bill you're getting. So if you want to yeah, change anything, let me know. Like that, they ask, they access your account, right? Same way, yeah, from our account to project team account, we can switch, we can log in by using multi-factor authentication. And also, while connecting AWS account, also we use the multi-factor authentication, right? So these are the four important features available. Centralized control of AWS account, identity federation, eventually consistent, and also multi-factor authentication. Clear, right, everyone? Four important features. So these are the entry questions also. What is identity federation? What is multi-factor authentication? Interview ask. What is federation? Alliance, communications, relations, right? Yeah. So once if the federation is enabled, we can communicate using internal communicator through external users, outside world. We can communicate. Multi-factor authentication. What is that? It is a extra authentication, extra layer. So we can use the MFA to access the AWS account, to access the others account, right? We can use the MFA. Clear it, everyone? Any questions here? If we're going to create IAM users, anyone having any questions here? One project. Yes, yes. But normally, yes, not like that. One project, one I am not like that. For example, we are handling four projects. They integrate with the same account. We can use the same account. For example, uh, yeah. So in our organization, previous organization, I used to handle nearly six projects, like different clients, different clients. But I used to use only one account, only I am account, like that. Okay. That's authentication is same. Your question. Can you come again? Yes, yes, correct. So permissions, once we join into the project, we get one IAM account. So for that, yeah, senior engineers or architects, they provide the access. By using that, we can, as per your experience, as per your approvals, get the access, as per your role. For example, you are an architect, you will have full permissions. Okay. Yeah, you are a fresher, get limited permissions. Okay. Like that. As per your experience, as per your approvals, as per your role, permissions should be applied. Okay. Yeah. Now let us go back to AWS console and we can create one IAM account and we can apply the permissions to IAM account. How can we apply the permissions to IAM account? Let's try to understand. So before going to that, see here, AWS MFA. So multi-factor authentication is a simple best practice that adds on extra layer of protection on top of your username and password. Extra layer. These multiple factors provides increased security for your AWS account settings and resources, right? Yeah. So here we get one authentication code. We get one authentication code. So we need to use the Google Authenticator. In our mobile, we use the Google Authenticator. So by using that, we get the authentication code and we can enter the authentication code. So if you want to switch to other accounts, get the authentication code. If you want to access your account, also required MFA code. So like this, we can configure the Google Authenticate. See here, like this we can. So from your mobile, you can get the authentication code and you can access your accounts, right? Yeah. Now, let us go back to AWS console, AWS account, and you can log in and you can open the IAM account, IAM agents. Now, go to services, scroll down here, scroll down, security, identity, and compliance. Go to services, security, identity, and compliance. Click on this, scroll down here. See, IAM, right? So this is the navigation. First time when you open, go to services, security, identity, compliance. So here we have IAM, right? Or else you can search here. You can search here, IAM. See here, IAM. Click on this. Now, so when I open IAM, what it is showing here? Global. It is a global service. It is not a regional service. It is a global service. So globally, the users will be replicated or in all the data centers. Okay. So if you open EC2, what will happen here? It is showing region. EC2 is EC2 is a region based, but IAM is a global service. IAM is a global service. Now it is showing global, right? Yeah. Now here user groups, users, roles, policies, identity providers, there are different options are available. Now, let us go with users. First, I want to create one user. Click on users. Already one user is there here. Now I want to create one more user. Click on create user, username. Yeah, DevOps user, DevOps user. Okay. So provide user access to the AWS Management Console. Check this. Now see here. Specify a user in Identity Center. I want to create an IAM user. So two options are available, right? So select second one. I want to create an IAM users. Select second one. Now console password, auto-generated password or custom password. So if you want to generate auto password, select first one. Or else if you want to give custom password, select second one. So customized password. So combination of small letters, uh, cap letters, special character, number. We need to give the strong password by using that. Okay. Now give the password here. Strong password. Cap letters, small letters, special character, number. Yeah. So next one. See here. User must create a new password at next sign in. If you check this, what will happen? Yes. Next time when you log in, it will ask you to change your password, right? So normal in real-time projects, we always check this because we give some default password. When the user log in next time, we'll ask you to ask you to change the password, the user. Okay. You can change the password. Now you can uncheck here. Now click on next. So permissions we can apply later also. Permissions we can apply later also. Click on next. Click on create user. Now the user is created. See here, DevOps user one is created. Now I want to log in as a DevOps user one. I want to log in as a DevOps user one for which this is the URL you can use. This is the URL you can use. Console sign in URL. Copy this. Copy this. Go to other browser. This is my root account. This is my admin account. So I want to open other browser. Paste the URL here. Enter. So this is my IAM account. This is my IAM account. Username, I want to give DevOps user one. Password. So when I log in using your IAM account, it is showing some 12-digit number. What is this? This is the IAM security check code. IAM security check code. So when you log in using root account, we don't require this 12-digit number, right? But IAM user, when we use the IAM user, we need this security check code. Silent. Now I'm able to log in as a DevOps user. See here, this is the DevOps user. So I have two accounts now. I have admin account and also DevOps user. Two accounts. See here, right? Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. But it is showing region, but not really region. It is global account. Okay. It is showing region here by default, default region, default region, but it is not region based. It is a global. Okay. So if you switch to other region, you can access this. Okay. Yeah. It will not give you any error. Fine. Now, this user, DevOps user one, is trying to access S3 buckets. Can he access or not? Let's try to understand. So same account I logged in using two users, admin user and IAM user, right? Yeah. Now open the S3 as a DevOps user one. I opened S3. So I want to check the S3 buckets here. No buckets are showing here. Access denied. No buckets are. No buckets. No S3 buckets. Why it is showing like this? Why it is showing like this? Because So I created one user, but I haven't provided any permissions to user. I haven't provided any permissions to user. So as a root user, so if you try to access S3 buckets, so go back here, just try to access S3 buckets. As a root user, I'm trying to check the buckets. These are the buckets available. These are the buckets available in the console. But so as a user, when I try to access, but it is not showing anything, it is giving access denied because I haven't provided any permissions to the user, right? Yeah, at least the user required read-only permissions so that he can see the buckets. Okay. Now go back to root account. This is my root account. Now go to IAM service. Now I want to provide permissions to the user. Go to users, click on DevOps user one. Now click on security credentials. Now click on just a minute. Click on permissions here. So go back to root account, click on users, open the user, click on permissions, click on add permissions here. Click on add permissions, add permissions. Now I want to attach policies directly. So policies already available. In the console, the policies already available. That policies I want to attach to the user. Click on attach policies directly. Now S3, S3 read-only access I want to provide to the user. See here. S3 read-only access. So here I opened the user. I opened the user. So for that user, I'm providing S3 read-only access. Check this. Click on next. Click on add permissions. So this is the user, right? DevOps user one. I'm giving S3 read-only access to the user. Click on add permissions. Now I gave S3 read-only access. So once I apply the permissions to the user, so on the fly, the permissions will be reflect to the user, right? So here, go back to the IAM account. This is the IAM user, right? Now refresh here. Just refresh. Now he is able to see the buckets. Because on the fly, once you apply centrally, that permissions will be reflected to the user, right? Now he's able to see the buckets. So now he's trying to create one bucket. Can he create or not? This IAM user is trying to create one bucket. Can he create or click on create bucket? Let's check that. Okay. So general purpose bucket. So bucket name, we just want to create any bucket like this. Okay. Yeah. ACLs we can enable later also. Block all public access, uncheck this. I acknowledge this. Bucket versioning not required. So no need to change anything. So here go and create one bucket. What it is saying here? We provided only read-only access, right? S3 read-only access, right? But he's not having any full permissions to create the bucket. So read-only permissions means he can read the buckets, that's it, right? Yeah. Now go back to the root account. Now this is the root account, admin account. Now I want to add full permissions on S3. I want to give full permissions to the user on S3. Okay. Now, so this is a user, right? So go back to users, open the user. Now, permissions, click on add permissions here. Now, attach policy directly, attach policies directly. Now you can give S3 full access. See here, you can search here S3 full. Check this, click on next, click on add permissions. Now I give S3 full access to the DevOps user, right? Now go back user side, other browser. So now, if you click on create bucket, what will happen here? Bucket will be created. So on the fly, the permissions will be reflect to the user. Now click on create bucket. Now the bucket is created. Successfully created the bucket. See, this is the bucket. You can check the timestamp also again. 7:41 on March 1st. We created the bucket. This is the bucket, right? So this user is having full access on S3 buckets. You can create the buckets, you can modify the buckets, you can delete the buckets. Whatever you want to do, you can perform here. Okay. So now he's deleting the bucket here. Create the bucket. Now he's able to delete the bucket. You can create the bucket, you can modify the bucket, you can change the bucket. So whatever you want, right? Yeah. So we gave full access on S3, right? So normally in real-time projects, we should not provide permissions to individuals. Should not provide permissions to individuals. That is security violence. But how can we provide the permissions in real-time projects? How can we provide the permissions? You should not provide permissions to individuals. So in real-time projects, how can we provide the permissions? Anyone? Even having idea? Real-time guys. In real-time projects, we should not provide individual permissions. Yes. Someone is saying it's a group permission, group level. So group level permissions we need to provide. Okay. So here, for example, in the project team, in the project, in the organization, 10,000 people are there, 10,000 employees. Okay. How can we manage 10,000 employees individually? That is very difficult to handle, right? That is why we need to provide the group level access, group level access. Right. Now let us go back to root account here. This is my root account. This is my admin account, right? So here, user groups, one more tab is there. Click on this user groups. So there is a group here. I just want to remove this group. I don't require this. Now I want to create a group here. Click on create group, group name, DevOps group. Yeah. Now I want to add this user into DevOps group. This user I want to add into DevOps group. Okay. Select user. Now click on create user, create group, create user group. Now the group is created here. So now the group is created and user is also added to the group, right? So normally in real-time projects, we create a group, we apply permissions to the group so that whatever the users who are available in the group, they will get the permissions. So whatever permissions you apply to the group, that will be reflected to the users. So group level access we provide in real-time projects. Okay. Yeah. Now this group is not having any permissions here, not defined any permissions, no permissions currently. Okay. Yeah. So now go back to user side. Go back to user side. Yeah. Now this user, DevOps user one, is trying to check the EC2 resource, EC2 configurations, EC2 resources here. Now it's getting error, API error, API error. So this user is not having any permissions, right? Because this user added it to the group, that group is not having any permissions, right? So it's getting API error. Now what I will do, go back to root account. Now, so click on group, open the group. Open the group. Now, so this group is not having any permissions. I want to apply permissions to the group. So this is the group, right? So click on permissions. Now add permissions. Now attach policies directly. Click on this. Now I want to provide EC2 read-only access to the group, DevOps group. Click on attach policies. Now I add permissions to the group. So in that group, DevOps engineer is available. Okay. Now go back to user side. Now refresh here. Now he's able to see the resources like keypads. 6 keypads are available, security groups, and a snapshot, volumes, instance, one instance is available. Right? Yeah. Now it's trying to create one EC2 instance. Can he create or not? No, because we provided only limited access, which is read-only access, right? Now we'll try to create this. Click on instances, launch instance, instance name, to micro, declare any keeper you can select here, security group. Now it's time to launch one instance. See, instance launch failed because you are not authorized to perform this operation. So you don't have any permissions to perform this activity. You are not authorized to perform this operation. So is having only read only access, right? We applied permissions to the group, right? Which is a read only permissions. Okay. Yeah. Now go back to a root account, root side. Now I want to give full access on EC2. Yeah, I apply full access, attach policies. Now EC2 full access. Check this, click on attach policies. Now I applied EC2 full access to the DevOps group. Okay. So now go back to user side. Now click on retry failed tasks. Once you click on retry failed tasks, what will happen? System simply created. Now is able to create instance. Once we apply the permissions on the fly, that will be reflected to the users. Clear, right, everyone? So creating users, creating groups, you understand, right? Yeah, next one. Next one. So this is my root account. Next one, roles. Groups, users we discussed. Roles. So every engineer will have one role or multiple roles, right? For example, fresher joined the project. We provide limited access. Fresher joined the project. We provide limited access to the fresher. So experienced guy joined the project. So we provide, yeah, auto skilling access, VPC access, like that. If any manager joined the project, we provide full access. So architect joins the project. Architect, yeah, will provide the full access, like that. As per his approvals, as per his role, we can provide the, yeah, access. Now roles, click on roles, click on roles. These are all roles available. These are all roles: backup role, elastic view stack role, service role, right? Different roles are available. So if you want to customize, if you want to create customized role, click on create own role, customized role. For example, one experienced guy joined the project. We provide EC2 access. We want to provide EC2 access, S3 access, VPC access, 3 services access. So that customized role we can create and we can attach to the users. User means groups. In real-time projects, we use the multiple groups, not only one group. Okay, multiple groups we create. Okay, so this role we can create and attach to the group. How can we create role? Click on create role. See here, role, you can select AWS service, scroll down here. Yeah, service use case, whatever the use case you want to select, you can select here, EC2, right? Click on next. Select here, whatever roles you want to, choose the roles, and submit that role. That role you can attach to the group. Don't create like this. Okay. So some charges will be apply this roles. Don't enable the roles. Don't enable the don't enable your own roles. Okay. Yeah. So here group of roles you can uh, combine and attach to the group. Okay. Yeah. I just want to show this. I just want to tell this, explain this one more time. So for example, you want to create one role, click on create role, AWS service. So here EC2, go to EC2. Now click on next, click on next. So yes, yes, yes. So for example, see here. So here, for example, EC2 role, EC2 full, right? And the next one, S3 full, S3 full. Next one, VPC full, right? Click on next. So I am creating the role. For that role, I am applying the permissions, different permission. Role name. I want to give DevOps role. DevOps role. DevOps experience role. Okay. Description not required. Description not required. See here, DevOps experience guys can have EC2 full access, S3 full access, VPC full access. Click on create role. Role is created. That role we can attach to the respective groups, respective engineers. You don't create like this. So you get some bill here. Okay. Don't create like this. And next one more important thing, policies, policies, different policies we can enable here, different policies. So default policies, these are the default policies. So if you want to create custom policies, go and create the custom policies and attach to the respective group. Okay. And the next one, identity providers. What is this? Identity providers. So for example, vendor joined the project, vendor, not permanent employee, vendor joined the project. We can go with the identity providers. We can provide the vendor permissions, limited permissions. Okay. Next one, important one, which is account settings. Account settings. Click on this. Now, password policy. Password policy. Click on edit. See here. So I am default password or custom password. Always we use the custom password. In real-time projects, always we can customize the passwords. Click here. See here. So every project team, they maintain some password policy, password strength. Okay. Yeah. So for example, currently I'm handling one project, which is a DBS project, Singapore project. DBS is the bank. DBS is the bank, Singapore bank. So banking domains normally, the password length, they use 11 characters. They use the 11 characters. So by default, they gave here 8 characters, right? Now I want to customize 11 characters. The password 11 characters. Okay. Password strength require at least one uppercase letter from the Latin alphabet. Uppercase letter required, lowercase letter required, require at least one number required, require at least one non-alphabetic, which is special character. Yeah, these are all policy, password policy, right? And next one, other requirements. Turn on password expiration. Turn on password expiration. Normally, we are using net banking accounts, right? Every 3 months, it will ask you to change the password, right? Why it is asking you to change? Because password policy, right? So turn on password expiration. How many days? 60 days, even 60 days, or 30 days, or 90 days we can give, right? Yeah. So password expiration required administrator reset, allow users to change their own password, prevent password reuse. What is this? Yes. Password cannot be reused. Prevent password reuse means previous passwords, last 5 passwords, 8 passwords will not allow you to reuse. Why we require that? Security reasons, right? So 5 passwords or 8 passwords you can give here. Last 5 passwords, when you try to change the same password, it will not allow you to change, right? This is password policy, which is very, very important. Every project in banking, normally in real-time projects, banking domains, insurance domains, they use this customized password policies. Banking domain, insurance domain. So like G Capital, yeah, that is they're using strong password policies. And Verizon, telecom domain, and also banking domains, right? They use the customized password policies, right? So don't save these changes. If you save these changes, you need to follow this. Okay. So cancel this. Any questions up here, anyone? Someone asking some question here. When we are talking about access in AWS access, so not about individual users to have server. Yes, they can log into each server. Yes, they can log into each server. But this is a domain level. So that will reflect to everyone. Okay. Yeah. Next one, important one. Scroll down here. Scroll down. Credential report. This is very important. Credential report. Click on this. Yeah. So credential reports here. So download credential report. What is credential report? Why we require credential report? Okay. Yeah. So click on download credential report. Now the report is downloading. Click on this. See, this is the credential report. Yeah. Now, for example, in the project, we have 1,000 users are available. 1,000 users. So all the user information is available in the credential report. All the user information. So sometimes what will happen? Password lockout issues, password lockout or account lockout, account not yeah, unable to access the console. This type of issues we get by the time. So managers and architects, they always check the credential report. They check the credential report. So in this, so why the password is lockout? So password enabled on which date, password last used, password last changed, password next rotation, MFA active or not. What is MFA? Multi-factor authentication active or not. So they can check all the information here. So here it is showing some NEA something, right? But in real-time console, all the information is available. All the information. We are using three-tier account, right? That is why it is showing NA, but in real-time console, we can see all the options here, all the information here, right? So this credential report managed by who will manage this? Architects, managers. In case account is locked out, or account is suspended, or anything happened, so we need to contact manager or architect. They check the report and they reset your password. They change you, reset your password to enable the access. Clear it, everyone? So these are the options available, important things. Now go back to, this is my user account, right? This is my user account. Now what I will do, I want to close this. Yeah. So by using IAM account, I want to log in my console. So I use the URL, right? When we create the account, when we create the user account, we get one security credentials here. This is the URL. I use this. Now I just want to sign out here and I want to use IAM account here. I want to log in as a IAM. Sign out. Now click on sign into the console. See here. Now it is asking IAM user. Okay. So if you want to log in as a IAM account, what we require here? What is the number required now? Yeah. So that is why first of all we need to get the 12-digit number. Go back to the root account first. Log in as a root once. After that, take the security check code, 12-digit number. So after that, you can try to log in as a IAM. Where we get that security check code? Go to IAM, go to users, click on DevOps username, security credentials. This is the 12-digit number. See here. This is the 12-digit number. This we need to use. Log out here, sign out here. Now go back to sign into the console. Now I am 12-digit number. Can give here 12-digit number. 0491 save for. Yes, save. Now I am username DevOps user one password. Click on set. Yeah. Now I'm able to log in my account. See, as a DevOps user one, I'm able to log in to the account, right? So this is the way we can log into the account using IAM account. Any questions here, anyone? Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, good question. By using IAM account, can we create another account? IAM account. Yes. In real-time projects, always we use the IAM account. Fresher from fresher to direct level. So IAM account, for example, you are architect or manager, right? You'll be having full permissions. You can use the IAM account. By using IAM account, you can create users, new users. Okay. Instead of using root account, you can use the IAM account. You'll be having full permissions. By using that account, you can create the IAM users. Yes. But in real scenario, root account will be there, but sometimes we use the root account for troubleshooting. Not every time. Every time we don't use. Architects managers. Yes. Architects managers. Yeah. Next one. Sign out here. Send to the console. Yeah. Next one, how to enable MFA? How to enable MFA and what is MFA? What is MFA? Multi-factor authentication is a security layer, right? Extra authentication, right? How can we enable the multi-factor authentication? It's very important. Okay. So we create one user. For that user, I want to enable the MFA, multi-factor authentication. How can we enable? So here, go to IAM, go to users, click on users, go to DevOps user one, click on this. Now go to security credentials, scroll down here. What is this? Multi-factor authentication. So click on assign MFA device. See here. Device name we need to provide here. Device name we need to provide here. So for example, any name you can provide. MFA, something. Okay. Device options. Here three options are available. Device options. So yeah, passkey or security key we can use. Authenticator app also we can use. Hardware TOTP. So hardware device also available. Hardware device. By using hardware device also, we can enable the security. Normally we use the authenticator app only. Google Authenticator. This one. Right? So click on next. Sorry. Tell me. Click. What? Yeah. Yeah. This is the authenticator app, right? We'll get the 6 digit number on the mobile. Send me your mobile, you need to download one Google Authenticate. Google Authenticate. Yeah, passkey. Yeah, passkey. Yes. So hardware TOTP also. Hardware device is there, like pen drive, right? So device name you can give here, MFA. So authenticator app you can select here. Click on next. Now show QR code and go to your mobile authenticator, Google Authenticator. Just scan that. Right? This is very simple to enable the Google Authenticator. Once you scan that, that will be enabled. Once it is enabled, you can use the authenticator. Clear, right, everyone? Can we use same app for different users? Yes, yes, you can use. You can use. Yes, you can use for different users. Different users means? Okay, okay. You are asking only one authenticator. No, no, normally. So every user is having their individual accounts, individual authenticators, not one authenticator for all users. Not like that. Not like that. That is not. That is security balance. Should not use that. Durga Prasad, I think. Individual permissions required. Yes. Individual authenticator required. Individual permissions required. Clear, right, everyone? Individual authenticator required. So, for example, 1,000 users are there in the project. Every user is having their own account, own authenticator, own Google Authenticator, own MFA, right? So make sure everyone practice this. Once you practice this, go back to user groups and you can remove the group. Delete, go to users, remove the user, Let it user. And you can remove the users and groups once complete your practice. Roles are deleted already. Roles are already deleted. So here different roles are there. Sure. Deleted already. I deleted manually. Yes. All roles, DS roles. Delete. Don't require this. When clear, right, everyone? So make sure everyone practice this. Okay, so this service is very core service. So if you are a senior DevOps engineer, you have to create the users, you have to manage the users in real-time projects. So senior DevOps engineers, architects, managers, they handle the users, right? Any questions on anyone? So tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday, we are going to work on monitoring tools. Two tools are there, right? Monitoring tools, CloudWatch, CloudLight. So practically, we can monitor our servers and resources. How can we create them? How can we enable the monitoring use? How can we work on monitoring like that? How can we monitor the servers? How can we monitor the AWS console? Let's see that. Yeah, classroom guys or online guys, any challenges you are facing, you can ask me now. So everyone practicing, right? Yeah, so don't miss the practice. Daily basis, you need to practice daily basis, right? Yeah. So if you practice daily basis, within 3.5 months, you can easily crack your end, right? So within 4 months, we can complete our course, right? So yeah, within 3 to 4 months, you can easily crack your end if you practice daily basis, right? Yeah. Anyone having any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we can wind up the session. Subscription. I think the policies, yes. Yeah, can attach policies to the groups. Normally, should not attach to individuals. It is removed, right? Remove the group. Yes, yes, yes. We can add, we can attach this is to the groups.
Sir, I have one question. Hello,
Fine.
am I
So
audible?
clear, right, everyone?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Anurag,
Yes, yes.
just a
Sir, I
minute.
have. Yeah.
Just a minute. Your voice is not audible properly. I'm changing the settings here. Oh, oh. Program settings. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Just a minute, please.
Yeah.
Right. Here. 1 second. So it is finishing the front, check. Okay. One stop, I believe. 102.
Can I ask now, sir? Hello.
ఈ సెట్టింగ్స్ చేంజ్ చేయాలి ఆడియో ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది? సెట్టింగ్స్, ఆడియో సెట్టింగ్స్. ఓకే. వేరే ఏం కనిపించట్లేదు. బిజీ ఉన్నావా? బిజీగా ఉన్నావా పవన్? ఈ So here we get one authentication by constant. So before increase security for here there is a audio issue, audio switch issue. So can you chart your question? Can you ping your question? Anurag, are you there?
Yes, yes. Okay, I'll ping.
Anurag, are you there? Can you ping your, can you chart here the question? So there is a audio switching issue. While assigning the resource in app plan. Okay, previous session. Okay. Volume is not coming for me. While assigning the resource in app plan, volume is not coming for me. ఎందుకు రావట్లేదు? Why it is not coming? Why it is not coming? Any guess, anyone? So this is backup relevant question. Backup strategies. While assigning the resource in app plan, volume is not coming for me. Why it is not coming? Any guess, anyone? Others? Others, any question, anyone? Notice this, everyone. Anyone notice this? Because before creating backup strategies, you need volumes. You need to create volumes, servers required. You need to create servers, at least two servers, so that volumes will be available. Without with some no. But about how can we get the volumes? At least we require two servers or one server, so that we'll get the volumes. You understand, right, Anurag? First, you need to create one or two servers so that you'll get the volumes. Otherwise, how can you get the volumes? Yeah, right. Yeah. So make sure everyone create the servers, at least one or two servers, so that you will get the volumes. What are the requirements do we get to, so that we have to go for custom? Yeah. So as per the requirement, yes. As per the requirement, we need to get the we can create the custom policies. Yeah. So everyone practice these services. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday, if you want this server, we are going to work on fine. Yeah. So we can wind up here. Everyone who is